I am a teacher, and I'm a practical girl. It is who I am, and it is what I do. I have taught in many countries around the world, and I have had many students, the youngest being about 18 months, and the oldest about 87. So I think that just tells you there is always a time to be learning in our lives. I have also taught a number of subjects, though there has been a common thread that has run through them all, and that is the thread of fitness. So I have taught voice, which needs a fit larynx in order to function. I've taught languages, which needs a very agile tongue in order to function. I have taught physical fitness, which requires the entire body to be in shape. But it's the last subject that I came across that I would like to talk to you about today. And that is the subject of money fitness. It came to me as a complete surprise, totally unexpected. I never thought I would find myself in this space in my life. Let me take you back. World Cup football, a very exciting time, lots of money being spent in the country, many different people from different places using their currencies, lots of abundance and excitement happening around World Cup football. And I was part of this. I was working full-time. I also had a little entrepreneurial project going on the side at one of the stadiums in South Africa. And I was working really, really hard. Work, work, work. In fact, so hard that the ticket I bought to watch Brazil playing North Korea, I couldn't even attend the match. I just had too much work. But like all good things, there is some reward at the end of it. And I was rewarded with a lovely, fat bonus. Wonderful. And I did what I always do when I got extra cash. I quit my job and put all the cash in my pocket and went overseas. Now, I wasn't in my country of choice 1 hour when I had the whole lot stolen from me. Gone, boom, in a flash, gone. And I found myself with no job and with no cash. Yes, a little bit of a desperate situation. It still took me a little bit of time to realize that actually having all that money stolen was just a symptom of a problem I had been having for quite a long time in my life, in my relationship with money. And that is that I had no idea how to keep it and how to build it. And I found myself like this. Perhaps you have also found yourself in a desperate state financially before. And this is when I started my business, Money Fit. And when this little piggy, named Pound, by the way, and I came to work together, and he became my mascot. So I was in a desperate state. I was one of those people that sweated towards the end of the month because I wasn't sure if I would be able to pay my bills on time. I did fun things at the beginning of the month because that's when I had money. I even, embarrassingly, was involved in an investment, which I thought was really cool, but it took me 5 years to realize I was losing money every month in that investment. So I really needed to wake up. And I needed to get some new thoughts. I needed to get some new ideas. I really needed to retrain my cardiac money muscles. You know, the ones that work automatically without you thinking. The ones that were saying to me, someday a man will look after you, don't worry. The ones that were saying to me, you're not very good at numbers, so don't confuse yourself with money. The ones that were saying to me, but it's a man's job to earn, not yours. I had to retrain all that I was thinking about myself and about money because I had no future and I had no security. So I took out a faithful, lovely, bright red lipstick and I started to write new affirmations on my shower walls. Now, I shower every day, so I got to see those every day, and I read them out loud every day, every day, every day. And the more I exercised, the more often I showered, the more often I read them. It's a discipline to do that. Now, I know the word discipline has kind of bad connotations, and we think of school and strict and army and stress, but let go of those thoughts for a moment. Discipline just comes from the Latin word disciplina, which means teach. And I had to teach myself. Now, the cardiac muscles are not enough. I also had to train my core. And this is where the hard work really happened. Training your core is what keeps you upright. Your core is what secures you, not a partner, okay? It's your core muscles that secure you. And my core was like jelly, wobbling all over the place. No stability, no security. Maybe I could have retired when I was 100. My dreams, they had so many zeros on them, I couldn't even count. There was no future in store with me. So I started to work. And I started to work with small change. Literally. Do you believe that coins and silver can change your future? They can. They did mine. In my first month, I started to gather all my silver coins, like a honeybee. I didn't let anything get past me. And I gathered them all up, and by the end of the month, I had 180 rand and 50 cents, which is about $13 US. Doesn't seem like much, but it was enough. It was enough for me to take that money and go and buy a fraction of a share on the Johannesburg Stock Exchange. Not even a full share, just a fraction. And it was fun. It was share shopping. Hello? I could make that a habit. That was fun. And so I thought, well, let me carry on doing this. And at the end of my second month, I had 190 rand, about $13.50. And I went and bought some more shares. And as I did this, my eyes opened to the economy. My eyes opened to the South Africa around me. I started noticing companies. I started looking around and going, I own a share in that company, even if it's only one. How empowering it was for me. At the end of my third month, I had 220 rand, about $15 US 80. Now, you can imagine with all that positive emotion going around with me, it wasn't difficult to move to the next step and not only gather my coins, but start allocating a percentage of my income towards buying shares. This is where it got super empowering because I felt I was part of South Africa. I was part of the economy. I was a spoke in a wheel that was moving, that was progressing. Now, the first time I received my first financial documents in the post, I didn't go and collect them for rather a long time because I thought it was a speeding ticket. So I didn't go and collect. And then when I eventually did go and collect, I was so excited to have this booklet of financial documents from my first share that I owned. Not only was I paying tax now, but I was actually providing a way for South Africa to move as an economy. And I was really excited about that. So I took my 10%, started making it 12%. Currently, I do 15% of my income into shares in South Africa, and now actually also around the world, because those things are available to us. So those old ideas I had about my maths brain not working were completely wrong. Percentages are very cool when you're looking at your future. And I started to get comfortable with those numbers. I started to get comfortable playing around and seeing what I could potentially do in the future. So before I knew it, in my surprise, I was really part of something. And I realized there are not enough of us part of that. And my mission has only just begun because I'm not happy just being fit myself. What fun is that? I want everyone to be fit. I want to get every South African on board, spread it across our continent and across the globe. because there's absolutely no reason why each and every one of us cannot be money fit. It's an action, it's not a knowledge. And I invite you, I implore you to let go of any reasons or excuses you might have and join me and join Piggy Pound on our journey as it carries on, and be one with us in control, empowered, and confident with your money. Thank you. Thank you.